Hello viewers, welcome once again to the hottest corner of Celebrity Gist, the home of premium Nollywood tension, eye contact analysis, body language decoding, fans-generated theories, and fully charged emotional discussion. You already know how we do it here, no filters, no breaks, no cooling fan, and definitely no censorship. If it is trending, suspicious, romantic, shocking, adorable, confusing, fire-filled, or chemistry dripping, we will discuss it here with full energy. If you have not subscribed yet, quickly hit that subscribe button now, join the Stress Nation family, turn on notifications, like, comment, share, and settle down for the type of gist nobody else will tell you. This is Stress Ninja TV and today's gist is hotter than camera light and longer than end-of-year prayer points, so prepare yourself because what you are about to hear might make you scream, blush, argue, or start shipping couples you were not even thinking about before. The gist of today is centered around one of the most unbelievable, unforgettable, unplanned, shockingly intense, and fan-rumor-igniting romantic scenes that has ever surfaced in Nollywood acting memory. People say actors can get emotional, directors can get strict, cameramen can get focused, sound engineers can get distracted, and fans can get dramatic, but what happened that day on set was something nobody could easily categorize. It was a moment that caused silence, heavy breathing, and frozen camera movements because, according to multiple reactions online, even the director refused to shout cut too early. It was a scene involving two people who have recently become the most talked about duo when it comes to on-screen connection, soft communication energy, unplanned chemistry, eye-locking tension, and slow-motion romantic performance, and that is none other than the charming Maurice and the graceful, soft-spoken, elegant fan favorite, Sonia. The story started like a normal filming day. Everybody was relaxed, laughing, preparing lines, adjusting costumes, teasing each other, and warming up into character. The makeup team was perfect as always, turning chairs like DJs. The camera team was busy balancing lenses. The director was adjusting script printouts like he was preparing for a military parade. Nobody expected anything beyond routine acting. Even the fans that later watched the clip did not expect something extraordinary. But sometimes life has a way of bringing legendary moments from ordinary setups. According to comments, reactions, and emotional breakdowns online, this particular scene might go down in fan history as the moment that changed everything. Maurice walked into the scene with the kind of quiet charisma that can silence every background noise. Some fans say his steps alone look like scripted romance. On the other side, Sonia entered with her usual calm presence, graceful aura, soft-spoken posture, and that signature elegant composure that makes fans feel like she is the definition of modest royalty. It was supposed to be a simple emotional conversation between two characters, but it turned into something viewers have still not finished analyzing. Fans claim that immediately both actors locked eyes, the air changed like someone pressed the invisible slow-motion button. At first, people watching were smiling playfully, but the smiles gradually turned into wide-eyed confusion. The lines were smooth, the body language flowed, and the camera operator allegedly whispered something like wow even though he was supposed to stay silent. The director, known to be very strict with lines, actions, and timing, did not interrupt. According to exaggerated fan reactions online, the director intentionally refused to cut the scene because what he was witnessing was beyond acting. Some fans even joked that the director himself forgot he was at work and became a viewer. When Maurice stepped closer to Sonia, fans say the tension multiplied like a phone charger connected to high current. Sonia's voice suddenly dropped into a softer tone like she was whispering directly to his heartbeat. Her eyes locked into his like she was reading a secret message. Maurice tilted his head slightly in that slow romantic actor signature movement, and that was when fans started commenting like wildfire. At this point, people watching the behind-the-scenes footage claimed they could feel their skin reacting. The camera was rolling, but nobody dared to breathe loudly. What was originally a scripted performance started looking like a moment happening between two people whose souls understood each other more than the script. According to fans who analyzed every second, there was something about their breathing rhythm that did not feel like just acting. Maurice had this emotional softness in his eyes and Sonia responded like she was allowing the character to speak from real emotions. It did not look rehearsed. It looked instinctive. It looked natural. It looked like something that comes from knowing someone beyond camera time. And that is where the internet exploded like a fresh generator plugged in without fuel check. Later, when the clip went viral, fans stormed the comment section like an angry flood. There was no calmness. Every comment was either loud, emotional, shocked, suspicious, or romantic. Some fans wrote, "This is no longer acting, these two should stop playing with us and date officially." Another fan wrote, "No director in this world will interrupt such chemistry, even Hollywood will allow it." Someone else commented, "I could swear the director intentionally muted himself." The reaction was not normal. People reposted the clip over 10,000 times within hours. WhatsApp groups turned the scene into debate topics. TikTok creators started acting out the same scene, saying things like, "Let me see if I can perform it without catching feelings." More dramatic fans went as far as saying that if they ever find out the actors were not romantically connected behind the scenes, they would still continue shipping them based on the chemistry alone. A certain viewer wrote, "Love is not always claimed openly, sometimes it is hiding inside acting scenes where nobody is allowed to confess." Some viewers said Sonia's hands were too relaxed around Maurice and that she looked comfortable like someone who trusted him deeply. Others claim Maurice's soft pause before delivering his final line was not scripted but emotional. Meanwhile, people started arguing about whether the scene was natural talent, deep mutual trust, accidental emotional flow, or hidden feelings that found expression in acting. Some fans insisted that the reason the director did not interrupt was because he also saw what the audience saw and, in that moment, he knew he was creating history. Someone commented that the cameraman zoomed slowly rather than sharply, like he was respecting the sacredness of the moment. The silence at the end of the scene was so loud that someone jokingly said even the microphone refused to pick background noise because it was too focused. But after the video spread everywhere, fans did not rest. Some rushed to Sonia's page to look for hints through captions. Others stormed Maurice's page to compare posts, comments, locations, emojis, and likes. A group of fans said they noticed the way Maurice looks at Sonia in multiple behind-the-scenes videos and that his face softens like he is talking to someone he deeply respects. A different group argued that Sonia's natural innocence might be the reason the scene felt so real because she does not force emotions, she expresses them organically. And that authenticity matched perfectly with Maurice's quiet but intense romantic delivery. Then came the conspiracy theories. Some claimed that the energy was not new. They said Sonia and Maurice have had hidden chemistry since previous projects but it became too obvious this time. Someone wrote, "Forget International Movie Awards, this scene should be nominated for longest unscripted emotional connection ever." A few dramatic fans even suggested that the movie should have a sequel strictly focused on their characters' love story. Another viewer said, "If stress could kill, this ship would have buried us by now." There were also people insisting that both actors might be extremely professional and talented, and that the emotional depth was simply proof of outstanding performance. But the romantic viewers did not want such explanations. To them, the clip was beyond training. It was something they felt inside their bones. The climax of the controversy came from fans who noticed that when the director finally said cut, nobody moved immediately, like both actors were too deep inside the emotional experience to come out instantly. Maurice smiled faintly like someone returning from a dream while Sonia blinked slowly as if resetting her mind. Someone wrote, "That blink was not acting, that was transition between character and reality." More fans dragged the matter by saying the director made the right decision by not interrupting because true cinematic gold moments are never forced, they simply happen. Another fan said, "If you interrupt such a scene, you interrupt destiny." This line alone became a trending comment. Some fans began editing the video with background love songs, soft violin, emotional R&B, heartbreak Afro-soul instrumentals and even gospel worship tracks, claiming the emotion fit any genre. The online debate continued with fans dividing into different analysis groups. Some believed they witnessed genuine emotional connection, some believed they watched rare method acting, some believed they were seeing destiny disguised as cinema. A particular user wrote, "There are some scenes you watch with your eyes and some scenes you watch with your heart. This one was with the heart." Another replied, "This is not Nollywood, this is Soulwood." Even though neither Maurice nor Sonia addressed the matter, their silence became fear. People assumed silence equals mystery and mystery equals confirmation in fan logic. Somebody commented, "They are not denying or confirming because they know what they shared." Others insisted that actors owe nobody an explanation. but the loudest group believed they were simply protecting personal matters. At this point, the gist became unstoppable. It traveled to new fan pages, movie review pages, gossip TikTok accounts, Instagram Reels, WhatsApp TVs, Twitter Spaces, Facebook communities, and even relationship discussion platforms. The scene was treated like evidence in a court of love. Some women wrote that if their future husbands don't look at them the way Maurice looked at Sonia, they are not interested. Others said they want someone whose presence triggers soft emotional calmness like Sonia triggered for Maurice. The scene turned into relationship goals, communication goals, and emotional maturity goals. Some fans offered a different twist. They said the scene only worked perfectly because both actors are emotionally intelligent and deeply connected to their characters. They believe Sonia and Maurice represent a unique acting pair that communicates through energy instead of exaggerated movement. To them, what happened was purely cinematic magic created by dedication. But whether viewers supported romantic interpretation or professional interpretation, everybody agreed on one thing: the scene was unforgettable. After the commotion, more reactions poured in. Fans suggested part 2 of the story should be entirely created from their chemistry. Others demanded a full series with only them as leads. One dramatic fan said, "Even if I have to pay subscription monthly, I want to watch their characters fall in love slowly." Someone added, "If Netflix sees this clip, they are calling immediately." Meanwhile, some people used the moment to joke about directors, saying, "Directors should learn to respect love when they see it, not everything requires cut." Another replied, "When destiny takes over, director becomes spectator." Weeks after, the video was still trending. New people discovered it daily and repeated the same shocked reaction. Some fans insisted they still felt goosebumps rewatching. Some said the scene was therapy. One person wrote, "This is proof that you do not need explicit scenes to create emotional connection. Maturity speaks in silence." Someone else added, "Chemistry is not something you compete for, it is something that happens naturally when two souls understand timing." Finally, the question fans still ask is simple: did the director refuse to interrupt because he wanted a perfect performance, or did he see something the audience also saw? Was it simply the highest level of professionalism or a rare moment where characters and real existence aligned for a few seconds? Until the actors speak, nobody will truly know. But one thing is sure, the world will not forget that scene anytime soon. Thank you for watching Stress Ninja TV. If this gist made you smile, shocked you, confused you, gave you goosebumps, or made you want to rewatch that clip, quickly subscribe, like, comment, turn on notification bell and share this gist to every film lover around you, because here on Stress Ninja TV, gist no dey finish.